Howdy, 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 my beautiful Aquarius. How are you doing today, darling? Let's get into your tarot reading today for September, going into October, Aquarius. See what's going to be happening for you. What's your horoscope looking like, all right? Now, in the top right-hand corner of your screen, Aquarius, it'll take you to your monthly pick a card tarot reading, so be sure to check that out, as well as your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus sign. All right, Aquarius, check out more than just your one zodiac sign when it comes to receiving tarot readings, all right, anywhere, because that's how you get to best understand what's happening in your life. All right, so be sure to let me know in the comments below how this resonates with you. Give this video a like and subscribe if you do enjoy this tarot reading here today, Aquarius. And let's begin your tarot reading with this Page of Wands energy here, starting out fabulously here for you, Aquarius. All right, the Page of Wands is a card of new opportunity. Pages represents new energy in general for you. There's like this clean sweep of energy that's coming in for you that I feel. It's very cleansing. I don't know why I feel this, but when I see this Page of Wands energy for you, I get just like cleansing. I'm being shown like a lot of water here for what happens. It's like whatever opportunity comes forward to you, Aquarius, it's like it heals something. Maybe it heals just like your literal finances. It heals something in your own personal life here. It's like your own personal accomplishment. All right, so let's just grab from the back of the deck for all three. All right, and see what's happening here. What's good, what's popping. And naturally here, you're coming out really strong here, Aquarius. All right, you have the Star card, which is your energy, that Aquarian energy, of course, dealing. I wouldn't have an Aquarius reading otherwise. All right, you also have the High Priestess card with this Nine of Pentacles here. So this reads off to me, pay attention to your intuition at this time, Aquarius. All right, when you see this Nine of Pentacles energy. And also, just as a side note, before I was doing y'all's reading, I was shuffling, Aquarius, and I was just kept on like looking at my owl little crystal statue and thinking about how owls in some cultures believe owls are witches, and they sing them to like get owls away, to scare them away. And I'm noticing even in this Nine of Pentacles here, there's this owl. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go align with those Mexican cultures where they see owls as, or Hispanic cultures, and they see them as witches, but I do feel like owls seem to be like calling out to you at this time, some type of spiritual significance behind owls, just because of this just the pattern that I'm noticing, because I was connecting to your energy when I was looking at that owl beforehand. All right, so pay attention to owl symbology. And also the owl represents seeing what is beyond the unknown. Some people believe the owls because they have really beautiful vision at nighttime, really good vision at nighttime, they're able to see things before they happen, right? You're able to see what's going on beneath their surface here. I also feel like you get like some type of impression about what's coming for you, Aquarius. All right, so just as like a random side note, but I do feel as if for you, Spirit's going to be leaving some direct signs, especially for those that are self-employed or trying to become more independent or get something to help your independence. All right, it feels as if Spirit's putting a lot of a focus in on that for to help you get to like your most optimal. I even get like this sense here, Aquarius, where it's like you haven't been able to tap into your most optimal until you run into like the right group of people, or until you get to a certain stage in your life where you can optimally create artistically, until you can optimally do something. But I also feel like that's what this opportunity comes in to heal as, where it's like you're able to, for example, the first analogy that comes to mind, which it could be biased, Aquarius, all right, because I'm just a very artsy, passionate person. That's what drives me. But I see this easily where it's like I could see this easily being such a situation where it's like for my starving artist out there, for example, where it's like it's your ultimate dream, star energy, to be able to live off of your art. Whatever opportunity happens in the coming days allows for you to have more time for your art here. All right, I also feel as if it's really beneficial for you, Aquarius, to get your desires, whether this is through financial desires like business or whatever the case is. I feel like it's important to get your desires in correlation with this, like fulfilling a spiritual purpose. So I know before we get into being like, oh, Velca, that sounds culty, but I more so feel like what is spiritual to you? How are you going to be of service? How are you going to provide to the world with the abundance that you create, right? So for example, Aquarius, for numerous years now, my ultimate goal is to have my own charity where each month I'm able to reserve a certain slot of readings to do for that charity there, right? So I can like help fund people for their mental health. All right, I make my goal of being successful at doing tarot and business with serving in a way where it's like it's personal to me and it's also very spiritual to me to help people with their mental health. And that's when I noticed, when I got that into alignment with my goals, that's when I noticed a lot less friction. So that might be a key component for you, Aquarius. If you've been noticing some type of block, ask yourself what you could be doing with your success that could be providing a service for the long term, because that's how you get spirit to, or the universe, whatever you believe in, to work with you easier, is when you add a purpose to it, when you give it more than just like the surface level being like, I want money, right? That's exactly what it is. Because not to say this is all of you, Aquarius, but this kind of gives me this message of where it's like having, you know what triggers me the most, Aquarius, is when someone that is living a privileged life is just like, oh, you just need to get out of your lack mentality. That's a lack mentality. Like, girl, shut up. You know, that's the first thing that always comes to mind when someone's like, oh, you just got to get out of that lack mentality and you'll be abundant. But I do feel like for you, Aquarius, maybe like the missing piece, or like the creator's block that you've been experiencing, or just like the lack of momentum with something, would be resolved if you were to get it aligned with some type of higher purpose. Now, I'm not pushing this and saying that you have to like be of servitude to some spirit or be like this really good person and then that's how good things happen to you. That's just, girl, bye. But what I mean by this is that I feel like whatever you do is, I'm assuming if you're watching a tarot channel like me, that you have some type of spiritual belief. By incorporating your spiritual belief or your practices with what it is that you're creating, that will be how you get that quick success here. All right, because the Eight of Wands is a card of quick success. It's a card of movement, and so you get out of this stalemate with that Five of Pentacles, where you're insecure, feeling lacking, abandoned. Nine of Swords, anxiety. You get out of that rut by getting that into proper alignment. Does that make sense, Aquarius? Even in the back of the deck, before I start shuffling again, you have the Page of Pentacles, not the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So two different pages coming out for you like this in the back of the deck. So some of you Aquarians might be like, girl, what do you mean by back of the deck energy? Like, yes, it's the back of the deck, but why are you pointing it out? We can see it, right? Back of the deck energy, at least to me, is like the energy that you don't really see coming. The energy where it's like that you don't really, it's unexpected. So it's like not what you, I mean, yeah, that's what it ultimately is here. So it's like Page of Pentacles energy. In this way, it's like an unexpected opportunity, right? It's like an unexpected stream of revenue with this opportunity, or just bringing in that earthly energy, dealing with the earthly desires, stabilizing things here. So very much so what you don't see coming is some type of opportunity that would end up being really profitable, like a new stream of revenue or what have you. All right. So that's how you would translate all these cards like that, Aquarius. So let's get into your social life here, Aquarius. See what's going on in your social life, how people are seeing you, what you got going on, what kind of drama, what kind of tea can we be getting into, darling? All right, let's do one more bridge shuffle here. And let's begin this here. All right, so social life for you, Aquarius. We got the Two of Swords, the Hermit card coming in here, the Hierophant, back of the deck, the Three of Pentacles coming in. All right. This gives off to me, Aquarius, like an energy of where it's like some type of relationship in your life. It's like you want to put a pin on it, where you're just like, you know what, like this connection right here, I really want to give this more time, more energy here, but right now I just can't. Or maybe this is like a situation where it's like the right person, just wrong timing here. All right. But whatever the case is, it feels like some type of relationship. Like, yes, there's a lot of depth here. You might associate it as like a twin flame or soulmate, some type of spiritual significance. I'm not here to identify those type of things, but it's the sense of where it's like you understand the importance of this relationship and you're at like this impasse here because you don't know what to do with them. For some reason, you're feeling like a hermit. for some of you Aquarians, it might be due to that person's making you feel like a hermit where you don't want to talk to them right now, or just through other circumstances. Doesn't really matter. Either way here, I feel like this really important for you Aquarius, to where it's like some type of relationship. Here's how the story is going to be going. It's like some type of relationship. It's like the right person, just not quite the right timing yet. But when it is the right timing, you guys are going to be working on something collaboratively, or you know, with that Three of Pentacles there, it's like working together on something for a higher goal. So it's like, it's definitely some type of connection. You see it for what it is currently, but you're just like, you know what, this needs to marinate just a little bit more. It's just like, you need a little bit more time before you do something with them. Let's expound on this just a little bit here. Nine of Cups. Yeah. Nine of Cups here. Six of Pentacles, the World card coming in here. Yeah. See, Aquarians, I don't get any type of bitter energy here, and if you are feeling bitter, you're pretty good at hiding it. But I see this and I'm like, okay, you're being really mature, Aquarius. You're seeing this where it's just like, okay, this person's not quite fully developed yet, or something's not quite fully developed yet. You could feel like you're not ready, Aquarius, but something's not developed yet to be able to be of a good balance with one another here. It feels as if like at a later point in time, if you were to pick back up on this connection, then it'll be beautiful. But at this current point in time, you're feeling like this push just to go out on your own, or just separate yourself, or maybe just accepting the fact that like the plans that you had for a certain social connection, Aquarius, is just going to be delayed, or it's going to take a little bit longer time than what you were initially expecting. All right, so let's see any final thoughts here for you this week, Aquarius, before we get into your oracle cards this week. Is there any other final thoughts for my beautiful Aquarians here? Ace of Wands, the Lovers card coming in here with that Five of Pentacles, and then naturally here with the Four of Wands in the back of the deck here. Very interesting. So as I said earlier, Aquarius, I'm not here to tell you if you're talking to a soulmate, or identifying it rather. I'm just simply here to state what I see with this. All right. And I see here where it's like you love it. There's like some type of relationship where there's like a lot of love, a lot of like just passion associated with this. Could be family, could be friend, could be romantic. All right. Don't make everything romance if it's not romance. But it's like some type of relationship where it's like there's clearly emotion there. There's clearly like some level where it's like, I care about you, I love you, like you mean so much to me, but you're not good for me right now. There's this sense of where it's like, you're not good for me right now, where someone's just not in the place to be able to be a good friend, to be a good partner, to be whatever, whether that's you or the other person there, right? We don't need to, no one has to be at fault. No one has to be at blame. But at the end of the day here, you're still getting this resounding message with this Four of Wands, where it's just like, yeah, right now it just isn't working out for whatever the reason is, right? We don't need to identify the reason. But some point in time later down the road, we'll find each other again and we'll reconnect, and then the time will hopefully be better then. All right. So whoever that's for, it needed to find you, and I feel like it found its person. So let's get into your oracle cards now, Aquarius. See what messages the oracles have for you. Right off the bat, we're starting out strong. Number 44, equaling to 8 in numerology. Some of you might just identify with the number 4, but you have the Crow, perfect storm, the courage to step into life. The courage to step into life, Aquarius. Ooh, I feel like this is a direct call out for you, Aquarius, because it's like there's a decision that you could be making, or there's something that you could be doing that really could be extremely successful, or gain you a lot of popularity, or I don't know, it just kind of puts you in some type of vulnerable spot. All right. But I feel like it would be really good for you. It could be something as grandiose, Aquarius, as stepping into your highest power in spiritual power, or it could be something as seemingly small as stepping into the main role of a play or a manager. Whatever the case is here, Aquarius, it's like you have the option to take the crown in some facet in your life, but there's some indecision about it, perhaps, or you have to be the one to make the decision about it. Are you not feeling ready quite yet? Are you aware? I feel like you're aware about this state, or this energy, this portal, some might say, and you're just waiting for the perfect timing for it. Completion. Oh, you guys had to tie up some loose ends. That's what's up here, Aquarius. All right, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about where y'all are going, what your plan is. As I always say, Aquarius, y'all are my hardest signs to read, but I love reading y'all the most because y'all keep me on my toes. Even though always by the end of it, I'm just like, did anything of what I said even make sense to Aquarius? But every single week, y'all always let me know that I tuned in perfectly to y'all's energy. So please don't take it as like me complain. Like, I'm not complaining, saying y'all's energy is complex. It's very refreshing in a lot of ways because it's not always just about some type of drama. Take a reality check. Speaking of drama, full moon in Capricorn here. Taking a reality check. Is this perhaps calling you out on maybe when it comes to completion here? 10 of Pentacles coming in here. Okay, taking a reality check, realizing certain people are stuck in their ways. They're going to be whatever way that they want to be, Aquarius. So accept it for what it is and see it as like whatever completion that leads it up to be. Maybe you're like giving up on trying to mend a relationship right now, perhaps, or what have you. Two more. First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. Oop, not this calling you out, Aquarius, right after I was saying this with the crow energy, right, darling? Okay, darling. Okay, Aquarius. Okay. All right, so we don't need to go into too much detail about that, darling. I feel like y'all get the point without me having to like spend 2 minutes expounding on it, saying a bunch of different words, but ultimately saying the same thing, right? And then the period of darkness is ending, that you've been experiencing is now passing. I like to see this for you, Aquarius, because y'all are always the sign that I'm like the most concerned about mentally. Not to say that y'all are not mentally strong, Aquarius, but I feel as if, at least that's just the energy that I've noticed since I started doing these tarot readings for the past couple of years, is that I feel like y'all, I don't know if something's going on astrologically with y'all, Aquarius, but I feel like for the past like 3 or 4 years has been like a big time for you mentally or emotionally. So I'm always like, y'all are always the ones I wish I could always just do like a wellness check on, just be like, all right, Aquarius, you doing good, honey? All right, so let's do, after those oracle cards, let's get into your mantra card for the week. This is my favorite card. All right, my favorite deck to use rather for ending of readings, not this card in specific, but my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Ooh, Aquarius, this is going to call out to my spiritual people here, darling. All right, you know, how much faith do you have in your belief system? How much faith do you have in that? Because it's, if you have faith in that belief system, you have faith in that your manifestations, darling. All right, then you should be able to walk your path with complete confidence here. All right, your happiness is a direct reflection of your level of faith in the universe. While this can sound like such a corny message here, I feel like for many of you Aquarians, the faith in the universe is also like a corny message of like the faith of like, because I believe that we are all one energy. So I kind of feel like we are the universe personally. So this is, in my opinion, this sense of like getting into alignment with your new life here, getting into alignment with what we were talking about here earlier. All right, I feel like that's where your faith is directly in alignment with, but we don't need to unpack it. I'll allow you to go through that self-reflection on your own, darling. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for allowing me to do this tarot reading for you. I really enjoyed doing this, as always, darling. So hopefully I can connect to you sometime in the near future. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. It's completely free to do, darling. All right, bye, Aquarius.